Clearly, the last few seasons for the Port Huron Northern Huskies have been what they call unsuccessful. And clearly the main reason for that is, it's no big secret, a lack of offensive scoring. In Trace Green, the Huskies definitely have the player to put the ball in the hoop, but with teams realizing this and sticking to him like glue, others need to step up offensively or this could be another long season at Northern. At just 1-5, the ship is sinking fast. So what's the answer? The thing that is always the answer, folks. It's time for the Huskies to get hot with the rock. Good evening again, everyone. Derek Wark, the Big D, in basketball greetings to you and yours. The Madison Eagles are in town tonight in a very winnable game, I think, for the Huskies. But again, a team that doesn't score a lot of points, and they've certainly been struggling in that area more so lately. They've just got to find a way to put up a W, and if they continue to be in that scoring slump that I've mentioned already, they've definitely got to play extra scrappy tonight. And here we go. Again, CPHS Channel 6, the Port Huron Area School District television station, and of course, Derek Wark, the Big D. Underway off tip, controlled Madison, and here we go. Madison in the black and purple, kind of sharp-looking uniforms at that. Devon Payne with the basketball. He's got it back now. Double teamed, top of the lane by the Huskies. Trace Green on him heavily. Outside, look at a three, throws it up. Lewis Brown didn't look great off the start, but certainly right in the net at the finish, and it's 3-0, the early tray for Madison. This one just plain goes off the hands of the Huskies. Quickly back, Nick Wallace. Wallace drop-off pass, slowing it down again for Payne. Payne looking low, great down-low feed, couldn't get it to fall, gets his rebound, can't get that to fall, right in the hands of Grain. And the Huskies take it back this time, trailing early, 3-0. Second possession down the court. An open look at a jumper, can't get it to fall, off the rim, rebound right in the hands. Same gentleman who just took the shot, to Lee Kivel, got it back, got it in, the early deuce for the Huskies, 3-2. Madison comes into this game with a 2-4 overall record, 1-1 in the MAC Blue. Yes, folks, it is a divisional game, very important for the Huskies. Shot fake this time, Payne gets it back. Bounce feed down low again, triple team by the Huskies. Great down low defense, they get the basketball. This is Cansfield. Had the ball in and out of his hands a moment ago. Instead gets the ball. Contributes to the Huskies, bringing it back up court again now. They trail by 1, 3-2. Early going, 6:24 ticks to go in the first. Cansfield with the basketball, wants to post, out too deep. Micah Moore, dangerous pass, step up three, and got it to go, Micah Moore. That's what I'm talking about. They hit a three, we answer, 5-3 Huskies, 6:06 to go in the first. Payne with it, no look feed down low, Baldwin. Now the three-point shot taken by 23 Mike Floyd, but in the hands again of Baldwin. Back out to Floyd, and now Payne with the basketball again. Offensive rebounds continue to hurt basketball teams. This is a good down low feed again, but again, the Huskies up to the task with some strong defense. Payne, jumper, missed in the hands of Cansfield, and Grain has it again. Leading scorer for the Huskies. Certainly the ability to put up probably a 20-point night any time. The Huskies haven't been scoring a lot lately. Maybe they can work out the kinks tonight and get some hoops. Cansfield with it. Great give and go feed. Trace Grain up, but it's blocked. And out of bounds, they say on Madison. No foul there. Huskies to keep the basketball with 5:20 to go now in the first. Well, the Port Huron Northern Huskies, again, they're 1-5 overall, 1-3 in the MAC Blue. The 452nd rated team in the state of Michigan. Don't ask me how I found that stat, but the Big D did. 452. I'd like to know how many total teams are in the state of Michigan where they can get that rating, but hey, they rank them, I tell you. This is stolen. Lewis Brown, yes. Easy layup off the steal. Transition hoop. Ties the basketball game at 5. Madison and our Huskies. Grain gets it back to give and go with Kivel. He is one of the makes in the early going for the Huskies. Backdoor feed, they try it on the run with Donovan Barnes, but it goes through his hands and out of bounds on the Huskies. Well, the Madison Heights Eagles, I said it already, 2-4 overall, 1-1 in the MAC Blue, where the Huskies also play. They are the 389th rated team in the state of Michigan. Tell you how they've been doing lately here in just a moment as well. We'll talk about the Huskies and their recent games as this game here goes along against Madison. They're certainly moving the ball all over the court nicely. Can't get that one to fall. Baldwin fighting for the rebound. In the hands of Grain. Not too sure of himself. Good defense, Madison. But he goes back. They're saying count it. And the foul. Great job, Trace Grain. Or did they count the hoop? Well, they're saying before the shot. So it's not going to count, just a foul out of bounds instead. First team foul on Madison, and really the first foul of the game, period. They inbound the ball dangerously. Moore stepped in front of a three a minute ago, does it again this time. Off glass, back of the rim. Rebound, Payne. Payne takes it up, other way. Off balance layup, but it goes off the glass and good. Devon Payne with the hoop. Might have been Lewis Brown. Numbers harder to see on these uniforms. Here's a good hoop off the glass. Donovan Barnes got it to go. They'd like to see him get more active, certainly put more into the hoop. Any secondary scoring besides Trace Grain, certainly a plus for Coach Jamieson. Again, having some trouble offensively in this early season. Best thing about that is the season is still young. They've only played 6 games. Huskies, of course, 1-5, just 1 win in the 6, but still, season is young. This is 3, Devon Payne. Now Mike Floyd, crossway. Payne's going to get it again now. At the top, guarded by Grain. Bounce feed off Moore, gets it right on back. Down low, Kyle Baldwin. Huskies, good zone defense. The steal, 10 right in his hands, Lee Kivel. And quickly, back come the Huskies. Kivel's got it now for 3. No, front of the rim. Huskies continue hard, aggressive defense that Coach Jamieson teams are known for. 3 minutes even now on the first quarter clock, still tied at 7. Baldwin could be called either way here. They're going to say it's a blocking foul, and that one is on 33, Andrew Cansfield of the Huskies. Cansfield's first personal, obviously. Team first personal as well. Coach Jamieson checking in 3 Huskies now. Opliger coming in, 3 as well, McMath, and 12, Andrew Sufis. McMath has looked decent these last couple of games as well. Dangerous feed, Madison to avoid the over and back. They throw it instead right into Barnes' hands. End to end, Donovan Barnes. It's up, it's in. 9-7 Huskies. Again, nice start for Donovan Barnes, something this team desperately needs. 9-7, they've got the early lead. Great feed all over the court, great passing, can't get it to go though. That was Jalen Golson who was checked in for Madison. Couldn't get it to go. Huskies, back quickly. Good defense, Madison, they say stepped out of bounds. An excellent effort through the legs to try and keep that ball in play there by 10 Nick Wallace of Madison, but no can do. Huskies the throw in. Grain gets it. Grain guarded pretty closely, still has the basketball, stops, now hands off to McMath. Can really smell the popcorn here tonight. Has nothing to do with nothing, but making me hungry nonetheless. This one thrown off the front of the rim, right in the hands of Madison, who gets fouled. Good effort right down low to get that defensive rebound, Jalen Golson, but he was fouled. Second team foul on the Huskies. Number 20, guilty culprit, Trace Grain. They get it down low. Great inside-outside passing by Madison. They're just not getting any of their jumpers to fall, just like that one. But a good tap on the offensive boards, and they got it, 11. Jalen Golson gets it to fall, and just like that, a 9-all game.
Jalen Golson.
Huskies slowing the tempo down. Lucas Opliger. Out to 12. Sufis, jump shot, rebound right there, yes. You gotta like the effort of Donovan Barnes here in the early going. Number 32 of the Huskies got it. Excellent rebound. And the make. 11-9 Huskies, they're up the deuce. Madison is all over the court with their passing right now. You don't see too many teams use all 5 guys this quickly like they're doing. And almost on every possession too. That one almost hits the big D up here. Batted away Trace Grain, good defense, but it's clearly out on him. Another 1.5 feet. That takes out my monitor. Maybe they're sending me a message. Trace Grain's way of saying smarten up, Big D, smarten up. Long range shot off the rim. Rebound right in the hands of 12, Sufis. He's gonna keep it. No, stop starts now, Sufis. Hands off to Grain. Grain off dribble. Now gets it to Barnes, who has had a great first quarter. Barnes throws the ball right to Madison, and they calmly slow it down, probably for a last shot situation here with 42 ticks to go in the first. Well, Madison just gives the ball away here. You talk about unnecessary turnovers. There's one of them, Mike Floyd. Out on him, couldn't hold it cleanly. And now the Huskies, looks like they're gonna get the last shot here. Again, no shot clock at this level. I say it every broadcast, why? And we'll just leave it like that. Big D, the complaining complainer about the no shot clock. Makes it kind of senseless to me, I don't know. Anyway, final 20 seconds of the first. Opliger guarded pretty closely. Little dump off feed to Grain. Grain calming down, 10 seconds, now 9, now 8. They've got to start thinking of getting it inside. 2. Opliger stops, leans into one, but gets fouled in the act of shooting. And I would think he'll get 2 shots for this one.
Eagles number 3, Davon Payne.
I would think when you consider the fact that time's ticking away, 4 seconds left, and the fact that was an off-balance shot by 2, Opliger there, that's kind of not the greatest foul to take in that situation there. And considering the second personal foul now on number 3, Devon Payne, one of the starting guards of this team.
Number 11, Micah Moore, number 34,
not a real great foul. Coach Matt Ferguson, I'm sure, would agree with the Big D on that. Matt Ferguson, of course, head coach of Madison. Our head coach, Brian Jameson, as we're aware, final 3, now 2. Now 1, he's got to hurry up here. Puts it up, got it to go. Yes, you can count it right at the buzzer. So after 1 quarter complete here from Port Huron Northern Gymnasium, Huskies, pretty good first quarter by their standards. I like the effort, I really do. Huskies 13, visiting Madison Heights Madison 11. Derek Work, the Big D, CPHS, Channel 6. Well, the Madison Heights Eagles, their last couple of games, they lost January 8th, 63-36 to Fraser, in what really is a horrible loss. Not just because it was a blowout, but you only score 36 on the scoreboard, you're just not going to win the basketball game. Obviously, January the 11th, they lost to Lincoln, 70-65, a much better game, yet still went down in defeat, and one of the big reasons why Madison 2-4 at this point. More important for them, though, 1-1 in the MAC Blue to match the Huskies, but they're 1-3 in the MAC Blue. Getting to the Huskies now, they had a very disappointing, and some of the fans, by the way, in the James Zone. The Huskies disappointing Ed Pelt's holiday tournament, final weekend before Christmas. And I go back that far because that was right around the last broadcast CPHS had. Yeah, first broadcast of the new year for us for sports and for basketball. So although late, not necessarily late for the folks here, CPHS Channel 6, a happy new year to you and yours. Yeah, Auld Lang Syne. There you go. To start the second. 12 with the ball, Sufis. Excellent wide out on the football field. He'll be around next year for football. Checked in, by the way, 34, Tyler Fidel. And they throw it away. Madison to keep. Not a good start to the second. At least not the one that I'm sure Coach Jameson was envisioning. Well, we'll talk more about that Ed Peltz tournament here in just a moment. And the Huskies lost them both in that one. Kind of disappointing for them. Consolation game, they lost to the Big Reds 40-27. That's going to be a call 3 in the key against Madison. Micah Moore gets up clapping from that one. He is an early 3 in this game. One of the contributing factors to the fact that the Huskies a 2-point lead, 13-11 right now, with 7 and 15 ticks to go in the second. Here's a 3 off the front of the rim by 12, Andrew Sufis. He's had a couple good looks so far, but hasn't got one to fall yet. Moore off dribble, now he's doubled. Opliger across the way to Sufis again. Sufis off the dribble, down low, Fidel. Blocked, good defense from behind, 10 the block, Wallace. Quickly up, Floyd. Off dribble, Payne, inside, got it to go, count it, foul. Great presence of mind there by Payne. Good looking player.
Huskies
Certainly
on
quick
number
off the
34,
dribble,
Kevin
demonstrated it
Ellis.
there and got hacked in the act and to the line for one to see if he can complete the three-point play. 34 the foul, Tyler Fidel.
24, Quentin Green.
In terms of rosters and roster size, the Huskies won much, much bigger than Madison's. 9 total players listed on their roster. For the Huskies, let me just say, too many to count. Don't look now, three-point play converted. It's now 14-13 after the great layup play by Devon Payne. The hoop and the harm. 14-13, Moore left alone, in, layup try. Might have got a late piece of it, did Madison. They've got the ball now though, and Payne has it again. They're up one with the basketball, 14-13. Down low feed, might have stepped out. Yes, he did. I mentioned it in past broadcasts. That is something the officials definitely watch, is that out of bounds line. When you are down that way, it is hard to get one past them because they're looking right at you, right where your foot is, and obviously any part of that foot standing on the line at all, you're out of bounds. And they saw it there. 6:30 ticks, second quarter clock. 14-13, Madison Heights, Madison Eagles over our Huskies. Derek Work, the big D. Being big, it's a state of mind. CPHS, Channel 6. Again, 40-27, they lost in the consolation final game to Port Huron. Of course, talking again about the Huskies in the Ed Peltz Holiday Tournament. Trace Grain, 10 in that one against Port Huron. McMath had 6. Port Huron claimed their number one goal going into that game was stopping Trace Grain. And I would think just 10 points for Grain, they certainly did. But Grain, a guy, again, capable of big evenings. So I would think the number one goal, if you're playing the Huskies, is shut down Trace Grain at all costs. Well, not a bad look at a possible hoop here by the Huskies, but excellent defense. Madison Heights from behind, they got a piece of the basketball, and it's out on the Huskies. 24 who was checked in, Quentin Green. He has the ball now, down low feed. Great give and go. Can't get the hoop to go though. Fouled in the process. And I think they're calling it against Madison. They are. Again, it's not a case of Madison not finding the open players in this game. It's got to be kind of concerning, Coach Jameson. This is a team, Madison. You don't see this too often. They're really moving the basketball around well. Deep passes, dangerous passes, but they're quick with them. That just means basically to defend that, you've got to be closer and stronger man-to-man all over the court. But they use all 5 guys. Everybody seems to be touching the ball for Madison every trip down the court. Another good look at a jumper. 3, McMath put it up, but it went in and out. Out of bounds on the Huskies. Madison to keep the basketball. But again, it's not that offensively Madison has looked out of rhythm or anything. They just haven't hit the open jumpers. This great passing I mentioned. It's not like they haven't had any open looks. There's a great defensive play. Block, Huskies. I believe it was Barnes. Might have been McMath. I like the Huskies' aggressive play. This is a leaning layup. Couldn't get the call either way. Right in the hands of McMath, the rebound. Trace Grain. Grain, stepping in call against Madison. Well, they had men in numbers back there. Grain says, I don't care. I'm lowering my head, taking it in anyway. And drew the foul. Nice job, Trace Grain. 24 there. Quentin Green, his first personal foul in team 4th against Madison. McMath off the throw-in now. Thought about the long-range jumper, but that's NBA distance there. This is Donovan Barnes. It's up. It's good. Yes, 3. Nope, referee changed his mind. Looked like he held 3 fingers to the side bench there, but they only called it 2, so it's 15-14 Huskies now. Up just 1 with 5:08 to go in the second. Payne now out to Wallace, and back to Payne, setting things up. Devon Payne, as far as a point guard goes, looks very strong thus far for Madison. This is going to be an over and back unless he stayed. Well, that's a great effort to keep the ball for Madison. Kind of throws up a prayer shot. That's Mike Floyd. Can't get that to go. Huskies. Micah Moore. 4:41. Time left on the second quarter clock. Huskies by 1 with the ball. Wide open look, McMath. Can't get any more open than that one off the back of the rim, right in the hands of Moore. Micah Moore, mid-range jumper, got it.
Micah Moore.
Well, he's fearless with shot selection. Anyway, I believe the 5th point for Micah Moore, and certainly the Huskies would love to see him get going. Senior presence and a leader, number 11. Listed as 40 on my sheet. Changed back to his football number, Moore, number 11. Great bounce pass feed crossway, Grain to Barnes, hacked first. Foul's going to be against number 10, Nick Wallace.
Nick Wallace, his first.
First personal foul, team 5th now for Madison. No team really in foul trouble. Just one foul to give left for Madison, though, before the 1-and-1 bonus situation. 2-shot penalty, Donovan Barnes from the line missed the first. McMath checking out again for the Huskies. Lee Kivel checking back in. Barnes missed the first, puts up the second. No, off the front of the rim. Rebound Grain off Madison, but a good play to keep it back to Payne. Payne takes it in, fearless, up, in, count it, and the foul. Not the first time in this game that Payne has done that.
Huskies, number 10.
The key in that situation is don't second guess yourself. You want to go in, you want to go in hard, just take it. But there's a part of you that is fearless too. You have to be fearless when you just take it in like that against defenders because you're going to get bumped a lot of the time. Payne got the hoop, didn't get the free throw. It remains 17-16. Huskies remain the 1-point lead. 3:42 to go in the first. Partially blocked. In the hands of Barnes, got it to go. Wasn't a smooth pass. Huskies got away with one there. Hit Madison defenders. Payne off dribble, guarded very nicely by Grain. Almost caused the turnover, throws it off a Grain, and it goes out of bounds. And a fan yelling at Grain, some instruction. He's listening the whole way, probably his father. Proud of his son? Rightfully so. They inbound the ball. Madison, off the glass and good. Simple as that. 10 got it to go, Nick Wallace. 19-18, 1-point lead, Huskies again. 3 minutes even. Left in the second quarter and until halftime. Outside to 30 here was checked in Trimble for the Huskies. Trimble. Another good look at a three. He was wide open. 10, Lee Kivel. Couldn't get that one to go. Barnes down low. He has played a real strong first half. The thing about some players, they might not be the flashiest. Like Barnes, you wouldn't really call him the flashiest guy in the world. But he's tough. He's not afraid to mix it up a little bit. Gets your rebounds. Gets the hard-earned hoops you need a basketball team to get. And he's had one of those really aggressive, into-the-game kind of first halves. And when you say that, you also kind of mean, well, he's always around the basketball. He's got the ball in his hands, fighting hard for everything he gets. Power forward style, Donovan Barnes, 32. Missed another free throw, though, and he'll put up the second right now, and he gets it. So 2018, Huskies on top of the deuce. 2:44 left to go in the second. Derek Wark, Big D, CPHS, Channel 6, Port Huron Area School District television station. Led by the big fella, of course, in the hallway, E.J. Shea down there. Full of Michigan knowledge before the game, E.J. Shea. That's how I can tell he's wide awake. If he's telling me a bunch of stories about Michigan, there you go. Well, he can't be sleeping, right? He's got to set everything up. Production supervisor, there you go. Off the inbound, Huskies the basketball. They're up a deuce with the ball. 2:18 to go in the second now. Another three-point look, Huskies. Kind of leaned into the shot that time. Fighting for the rebound, both teams. 24, Quentin Green ends up with it. And Madison carrying the ball up now with Mike Floyd. He had a look at a three. Thought about it. Nice fake up in. 2 got it. Lewis Brown ties the game at 20. Really good pace, good flow to this basketball game, a good back and forth game. Neither team pulling away from the other, and you kind of get the sense that come the fourth quarter, it's going to end up like this. Green. Good basketball movement. Outside three. This time it goes. 30, Jack Trimble, the tray.
Jack Trimble, 3.
Well, they've got 22-20 on the clock. That's got to be changed. It's got to be 23-20 here. Huskies up 3 now. Long range 3, it answers. Well, they waved that Husky 3 off. They're saying just 2 now. It's 23-22. 23, by the way, Mike Floyd, the answer 3 for Madison. Grain. Madison wanted to travel, didn't get it. They don't really care anymore. They ended up with the basketball. Grain, a very quiet first half by his standards. The Eagles have the basketball. They're up 1 and with it, 23-22. Final minute to go in the first half. Outside, 3, threw it up, got it to go. 23, Mike Floyd again. Don't look now, 26-22, the biggest lead Madison has had on the Huskies in this game. Micah Moore, will he hold for last shot? Will they guarantee themselves trailing at halftime? I think they're going to here. They'd like to get the deuce and just be down by that many to go into the locker room with. Definitely holding for last shot. 10 with the basketball, doing so, Lee Kivel. This is where I don't care. You need a shot clock. I will say it over and over and over again. Grain, they want an over and back call. They steal the basketball anyway, and who gets the call here? I think they're going to say Madison basketball. It's out on Grain. As a head coach, Coach Jamieson, you don't like to see that. If you're holding for last shot and you waste all that time off the clock, the one thing you want to be sure of is you're the team that gets the last shot, not them. And with 7 seconds left on the clock, they've got plenty of time to do it. Here we go, 6, now 5, now 4. They've got to hurry. He stops and starts. 2, they pull the jersey. No shot, foul first. 2 there, Opliger. And really not that bad a foul if it's before the shot, because with 4 team fouls up there on the clock, Huskies have fouls to give, so it's not terrible if you lose your man. Opliger probably told that, so it's not a bad foul there. 2.7 left in the first half. 26-22. The throw-in. Now 2 seconds, now 1. Spinning jumper, no, off the rim. Good late defense in the quarter by the Huskies, who prevent it from being any more than 4. And that's what it is at halftime. So after one half complete here from Port Huron Northern Gymnasium, it's the Madison Heights Madison Eagles 26, our Port Huron Northern Huskies 22. Derek Wark, the Big D, CPHS Channel 6, back with the third on the flip side. Welcome back after one half complete from Memorial Stadium. Nope, from Port Huron Northern Gymnasium. That's right, used to saying Memorial Stadium. Caught myself, as I always do. Derek Wark, the Big D, CPHS, Channel 6, 26-22, Huskies on top. No, they're actually trailing. Madison Heights Madison on top, 26-22 here at halftime. Halftime scoring, first off for Madison, Lewis Brown had 9, Payne had 5, and Floyd had 6. Of course, foul trouble, a bunch had 1, but Payne 3 personals, considering probably the best overall player on the court for Madison. Payne, his 3 fouls could be trouble for them. He puts up a jumper here in the early going of the half. No can do, rebound right in the hands of Madison underneath. Possession arrow favors the Huskies, so pretty good course of events here starting out the half for the Huskies. Scoring by the Huskies in that first half, Donovan Barnes really was excellent. Madison held Trace Grain off the scoreboard. Barnes had 11, Moore 5, and Kivel and Opliger each had 2. A ton of them. Opliger, Kivel, Grain, Cansfield, and Fidel all had 1 personal foul. That's it, though. Nobody really in foul trouble for the Huskies. Again, they still trail 26-22 to Madison. There we go, 26-22, a 4-point lead. Huskies trailing. Top of the key. This is Micah Moore with it. Donovan Barnes, who again had 11 at the half, off the front of the rim. Rebound down low, right there to 10. Nick Wallace again. And up comes Devon Payne. Again, he had 5 at halftime. you kind of have to look twice because Payne was a very, very strong player in that first half. You'd think, well, he should have a lot more than that. Certainly touched the ball a lot, being a point guard. But he had a lot of chances. He just didn't get a lot to fall. The ones he did, though, I'll tell you, good-looking player, certainly a lot of speed and not afraid to take it in off the dribble. That one going against Madison. Huskies to inbound the ball, Barnes to inbound it. The game's leading scorer at half, Grain. Pretty good look, tried the layup, partially blocked. Rebound in the hands of Madison, off the glass. Yes, count it good in the foul. .23 with the make, Mike Floyd. He'll go to the line now and see if he can convert the three-point play. The lead is now 6, Madison, 28-22. And 3, Devon Payne. 7th point, trying to make it his 8th of the game. Quick stoppage in play here. Referee's making sure. One shot. Don't know why they'd need to, off the make. 3, Payne gets his 8th point of the basketball game, and it's now 29-22. Seems like a long time ago was the Huskies' last hoop, and not just because it was halftime. I'm talking about actual game time. Grain, off dribble, guarded very closely, kick out to Barnes. Now Kivel, now out Moore, Mika Moore stops, way out. Rebound, Barnes. Tying up, fighting for that rebound in the hands of Madison. Jump ball, possession arrow favors Madison. They'll keep the basketball now. Up 7 and the ball. So the Huskies have to be very careful here. In danger of really going down by a lot here in a game where it was back and forth for much of that first half. No team really pulling away. Payne, fake the shot. Huskies all over that. Instead, Jalen Golson ends up with the basketball down low. Got the easy one to go, and it's now 31-22. What was a 2-point lead and 4 at halftime has now become 9. Donovan Barnes to answer that fact, though. And he gets it back to 7, 31-24. Timeout on the floor. 5:45 to go in the third. Derek Wark, Big D, being big, it's a state of mind. CPHS Channel 6 from Port Huron Northern Gymnasium. Well, getting back to the Huskies and that game basically where, again, the Ed Peltz Holiday Tournament, we talked about it the last time they faced the Port Huron High Big Reds. Losers 40-27. It was the consolation final of the Ed Peltz Tournament, and Port Huron beat them. Coach Jamieson claimed his Huskies just plain need better ball movement, besides, of course, the obvious. We've talked about it all game long. Their inability really just to put the ball into the net, really. That means you got to limit the turnovers, though, when you talk about better ball movement. And also be sure of your dribbling and your passing in all areas of the court, especially in full court presses and traps. Big Reds in that game busted out to a 24-10 lead and never really looked back in the Big Red victory. Really, though, there's no way that either Port Huron school can be happy with the way that tournament went, the Ed Peltz. I mean, they're both playing in the consolation game. In a tournament your city hosts. It was at Northern right here, but you wouldn't expect when you have teams, St. Clair, Croslex, Big Reds, Huskies, that neither Port Huron team would be in the final. Inbound the ball, Madison has it now. Across the way. 23 there puts it up, Mike Floyd off the front of the rim, rebound Mika Moore. Moore with the ball, taking it back up court. Moore to Kivel, Kivel down low. Cansfield, they'd like to get him going. Pull-up jumper off front of the rim. Madison has it, get the rebound. Devon Payne behind the back, pull-up jumper, yes. So the lead is back to 9 again, 33-24. Madison on top. They were up 26-22 at the half. Micah Moore with the ball. Donovan Barnes, he had 11 at halftime, throws it away. No Husky prepared for that one. Again, Huskies still trailing by 9, 33-24, 4:56 to go in the third. Well, St. Clair actually ended up winning the Ed Peltz tournament. 38-37 in the championship game. They beat Croslex. And we'll talk more about the other Husky games here lately in just a moment. Of course, that closing out 2012 and now into 2013. This actually, I believe, game 3 of 2013 for the Huskies, as that one out on them. And Madison has the basketball up 9 and with it. Inbounding the ball, guarded closely by Lee Kivel. They put it up, can't get it to go, off the front of the rim. Cansfield the rebound. Moore taking it up. Moore almost the walk. Madison wanted a walk. Down low, Cansfield turns it over again. This is Payne, thinking about a three. Now the pull-up jumper. Getting sloppy all over the court, but Madison there to clean up their own error. Quentin Green, Johnny on the spot. Lucky for them he was. Madison to go up by double digits. Baldwin looking down low. This is Floyd. Now out Wallace, back to Baldwin. It's up off the glass. A good look after a strong interior feed. And it's now 35-24. The lead, largest it's been all night. 35-24. It's a double figures lead by 11 for Madison. Pick and roll basketball. Moore stops off the back of the rim. Cansfield offensive rebound, partially blocked Wallace. Cansfield gets up, but back the other way comes Madison. Down low Floyd, now Payne, and he calmly stops and starts again with 3:33 to go in the third. Lead is 11, trying to make it 13, fouled, no. 10, Nick Wallace tried to force that one up. Partially held by the Huskies, he'll go to the line. I believe he'll shoot two.
Huskies foul number 33, Andrew.
Well, getting back to the previous games of the Huskies, as far as 2013 goes, January 8th, the Huskies lost a tough one, a back and forth game, and really a better effort, really, despite the loss, as they fell 58-49 to Grosse Pointe South. Perhaps the worst loss of the year, though, January the 11th, they got trounced in a game versus Fitzgerald, 64-28. If you're not scoring 30 in a game, you're going to lose. There's no doubt about that. Just 28 to show for it in that one. Back to this one, lead is 12 now. Splitting the pair, 36-24. 14 checked in. Thomas Dado. Huskies turn the ball over again, though. Payne has it now. Calming things down a little bit. In the Grosse Pointe South game, by the way, Trace Grain 12, Donovan Barnes had 11. From deep out again, Madison hits a three. Coach Jamieson, who it sounded like he wanted a timeout a moment ago, finally gets it to go now. Too little, too late perhaps, as it's now a 15-point lead Madison. A 13-2 run since the half. Derek Work, Big D, CPHS Channel 6. I'll blog about this game, as I do all these games, on my website, of course, bigdsports.info. Who better to talk about the game because I was here, right? There you go, bigdsports.info. I wish there were happier things to write about in regards to the Huskies. These last few years have been pretty tough. 1-5, in serious danger right now the way this game's going. In danger to go 1-6, something they definitely want to avoid, but more importantly, 1-4 in their division. Too high a pass by Trace Grain there, actually went off the backboard. Madison ends up with the basketball. Devon Payne. Madison starting to pull away in this game. They get the ball down low, off-balance layup. Can't get the follow-through off the offensive rebound. Sloppy, but the Huskies end up with it. Dado, back for a layup, throws it up, no. Grain the rebound, pump fake, down low, yes! Glass, count it! And the foul. Well, that's just a good effort. And he was patient. You saw him down low, get the rebound, the pump fake, they bought it.
Basket was good.
Really, that basket, you've got to let him have it. Because he's got the position on you. He's right under the net. You know he's going to get it. It's a matter, does he get the deuce or the deuce and one? That's actually just the first bit of scoring Trace Grain has done in this game. 3 points now. Brings the lead within 12, 39-27. Madison on top, and a travel call here as well. Huskies have got to take advantage of this. Your first goal, first and foremost, is to get this game in single digits. If you can trail by single digits, you go from there. Right now, again, 39-27. 2:10 to go in the third. Kivel off to Grain. Barnes, open look at a three again. Off backboard. Dado, a great offensive rebound there for the Huskies. This is kind of forced up. Rebound and a great save by Floyd. Well, they're quicker, and they're showing it. They're getting to loose balls quicker than the Huskies are. Carl Staffers, the genius down there of CPHS Channel 6, he was telling me earlier at half, it seems like everybody on that Madison team is a guard. Well, they certainly show what speed can do for a basketball team, but again, they are passing all over the place. Everybody on this team, most offensive possessions, is touching the basketball. That's quick ball movement. Greater chance of getting the turnover, mind you, but great ball movement, and here's some of it right there. Off the inbound ball, Nick Wallace gets it down low, and he got it. That's just taking advantage of size, really. Dado tried for the answer. Caught Madison down court a little bit. Huskies hurried back. The rebound by 10 off the miss, Lee Kivel, but he's fouled. If you can inbound the ball with number 10, Nick Wallace there, who is 6'6", huge advantage when you're down low like that. Almost impossible to defend. At the line. First one is up, it's good. Lee Kivel hitting the first free throw. Second team foul, by the way, on Madison to match the Huskies, their second team foul as well. 32, by the way, his first personal, Kyle Baldwin of Madison. Putting that one up, gets a kind roll, Lee Kivel. Lead is back to within 12 again, 41-29, Madison on top. Seems like the magic number, just get over 30 for the Huskies. They've had some offensive difficulties here in recent weeks, as we're well aware. Floyd puts this one up, and he gets it to go from the side. Back to 15 again. No progress for the Huskies. Just trying to keep the game honest, really, at this point. Final minute of the third, 44-29. Madison on top. Lead is 15. Dado throws it away. Yet another turnover. Coach Jamison disgusted, to say the least. Pull-up jumper. Devon Payne got it. 46-29 now. It's the biggest it's been all night. A 17-point lead. Madison Heights, Madison. Sufis. Excellent defense. This is a way out three by McMath. Coach Jamison not very happy at all. Thought McMath was fouled there, maybe. In terms of a three-point try, though, that three was way out. Dado checking out. Micah Moore checking back in. They hung with him for basically 2.5 quarters. But really, late stages of this third has been all Madison Heights. Donovan Barnes off the feed. Got fouled in the process. He'll go to the line. Really the best player for the Big Reds tonight in terms of a complete game, because he's hustled the most. He's been scrappy. He's been that junkyard dog kind of a player here tonight. Barnes putting up the first, and he missed it off the back of the rim. He certainly has been to the line quite a bit. A little bit of free throw difficulties. He could have probably 4 or 5 more points. Certainly, I think, again, in terms of an all-around player, though, really player of the game for the Huskies, at least as far as 3 quarters of basketball goes. Madison has kept Trace Grain off the scoreboard. Boy, the way this season started, I thought Trace Grain was just going to be a player completely on fire. It just hasn't worked out. Certainly, he showed the potential early in the season. A team in search of any kind of scoring at all. They had 22 at the half, just a 7-point third quarter so far. Davin Payne down low, got it. 12 there are the Huskies. Andrew Sufis there, thought he was pushed off first. Final seconds of the third. Not a bad look really by 2. Opliger couldn't get it to go though, and after 3 complete from Port Huron Northern. Don't look now. 48-29. Madison all over the Huskies. Derek Wark, Big D, CPHS, Channel 6. And when you consider what the score was at halftime, 26-22. I mean, I'm no mathematician here, but it's a 22-7 run from Madison since the locker room. That says it all right there. Again, though, I called it in the first half. Madison had a lot of good looks at baskets. They just didn't get them to fall. And as I've mentioned, they're everywhere on the court kind of play. It's not a kind of offense where you can be caught sleeping. You've got to be wide awake because you're going to get the basketball. They pass all over the place. It's caused them to get a lot of nice looks at baskets, but they didn't get it to go in the first. They're getting everything to fall now in the second. I tell you something, that buzzer is not my friend sitting here. If not for the headphones, I would go deaf. If I'm not making myself deaf already, that buzzer is loud. It helps that they're buzzer happy down there too. Anyway, Big D, Derek Work, CPHS Channel 6, BigDSports.info. Madison inbounding the ball, here we go. Davon Payne, guarded by Opliger. Now it's 10, Nick Wallace getting it inside. Alley-oop feed, can't get it to drop. Barnes, quickly. Barnes off dribble, good move, nice fake. Barnes, got it! Count it, foul. Again, the most aggressive Husky tonight, Donovan Barnes, bar none. And he perfectly fits, I think, the style of this basketball game and the basketball team, really. Aggressive player, scrappy, I mentioned it, kind of a junkyard dog type. But tonight he's getting the points too. And he's earning every one of them, believe me. 48-32, he was the game's leading scorer at halftime. He had 11, and he's got probably about 8 here in the second. So Barnes looks like he's going to go over the 20-point mark here in this one, and certainly deserved the way he has played. Again, lead is 16, 48-32. Madison on top. Outside Wallace, standing right at the 3. The 6'6" Wallace. They don't have much of a down-low game with him. Another pull-up jumper. Davon Payne again. They've had a lot of easy ones here in the second. That one certainly was easy. Sufis, 3. In and out. Can't get one to fall right now. Can't buy a 3. Offensive rebound. Prevented by Madison. Right there to pick it up is Payne again. From the big Wallace, who has it now. Pretty close guarding, full court look by Micah Moore. Putting it up, got it to fall. They are seriously playing one heck of a second half here. Madison Heights, Madison. Lewis Brown. They're making it look easy right now. And trust me, it's not as easy as they're making it look. Opliger down low, that's a nice feed, yes. Hitting Donovan Barnes. Again, he is having some kind of game. And not just the scrappy play that I mentioned, but also the fact that he's in the right spots at the right time to get the feeds, to get the passes, to get the hoops. Here he is again. I just mentioned it. Johnny on the spot. Donovan Barnes, the steal. Sufis. I think you got to stop with that one. You've got to stop and let your team come back because they had men in numbers there. 3-on-1. That's got to be recognized. Payne with the basketball. Almost stolen by Grain. Now they double. Floyd outside. Another 3. I would think that's just about all she wrote. 54-34. They're saying just a 2, actually. Sufis from the outside. Doesn't fall off the front of the rim. Rebound down low. Grain. No. Swatted away by Floyd, but Opliger is there. Excellent defense. Good effort. Sufis inside. Has it swiped. Wallace. Bounce. Down low. Payne. Acrobatic play. The circus shot. Can't get it to fall. Moore. Back and forth game right now. Kind of sloppy. More stops and starts. 5:14 to go in the fourth. 54-34. Grain pull-up jumper. Now hits the mid-range. No. But right in the hands of Barnes. Has it swatted away. Moore ends up with the basketball. And did he walk first?
Checking back in Lasky's number 22, Mike Poirier.
I think he did. Mike Poirier checking in right now. You talk about scrappy. Mike Poirier. Excellent football player. Madison, the basketball. Huskies in full court look now. Well, that was a late call. but they're calling a reaching in from behind a call on Trace Grain, number 20. Second personal, third team. 54-34. You talk about a team that came out in this second half and has done virtually whatever it's wanted to. Offensively, almost like they were toying with Northern in that first half, because it's two different teams, really. But again, not that they didn't have the good looks, not that they didn't have the chances in the first half, they just didn't get it to convert. But here in the second, the Eagles are getting everything to fall. And really, it's their half, to be honest. With the Huskies trailing by 20, timeout on the court. Very silent crowd here at Northern. Derek Wark, Big D, CPHS, Channel 6, Port Huron Area School District Television Station, and Husky Basketball Network. Of course, don't forget, all request Fridays. You call up 984-6621, Channel 6. Ask for the big fella in the studio, EJ Shea. Tell him what show you want to see replayed Fridays, and he'll do it. He'll do whatever you say. He loves fans. Yeah, Channel 6, 984-6621. Might even give you an autograph, too, if you're lucky. Huskies have a lot to talk about here. Obviously not done yet. It's not impossible to come back from being down 20 with just under 5 to go in the quarter, but really, it would take almost perfect defense from here on out and really a lot of transition baskets. Again, what killed them was the third quarter. Completely a dominant quarter. You talk about scoring, I think it was, again, 22-7 in the third. That really is what put the Huskies away in this game, I think. But Big D isn't going to count his chickens before they're hatched. It's not over yet. That went out on Donovan Barnes, by the way. Excellent defense again by the big guy. He's really had some kind of game. Really a lot of hustle from him. Payne avoids the charging Mike Poirier. This is Payne again with it. Partially blocked, threw it up anyway, off the rim. Offensive rebound, Madison. Payne, this time, Madison not going to get so lucky, I don't think. Well, they are going to say out on Trace Grain, so they are going to keep it. That's the other thing. Everything has gone their way in this half. This is going to be an over the back. Nope. They're saying that it's clean, so Wallace has it. Wallace, end-to-end, down low feed. Huskies adjust nicely to it, but the pull-up jumper answers that defense. 11, Jalen Golson, and after he dropped that one, you could hear a pin drop. Very quiet right now. You can almost hear the Big D announce. That's how quiet it is. Donovan Barnes, hard again. Tries to get it. More, blocked, fouled. Well, you'd think you look at the makeup of this basketball team. You've got Moore down low, you've got Barnes down low. Two strong football players, two guys that aren't afraid to mix it up. That's some good rebounding ability. Certainly Barnes has proven tonight he can put the ball in the net. Trace Grain, obviously a decent athlete. Earlier in the season, I thought he was going to be the breakout offensive star this team's been looking for years. And it hasn't necessarily worked out on a consistent basis. We'll say that because he still does have the odd game where he busts out, but
Checking for the Eagles, number 20, Davion Jones.
those are the big three, and you can certainly build your team around those guys. Just not enough overall scoring on this Husky team at this stage. Moore puts up the second, he missed them both. Bounces off the rim. And I think we have a lane violation being called on the Eagles, so Moore's going to get another shot here. By the way, foul called on Jalen Golson. Third personal, team fifth. Moore at the line, puts it up, got it to go this time, and it's 56-35. Lead is still 21.
Tyler Fidel, number 42, Alex Lumber.
Fidel checking in. 24 as well, Eric Elliott for the Huskies. Elliott guarding Payne closely. Final 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Payne, crossover dribbling, through the legs. Certainly good with the basketball. Payne gave it to Golson, then cleared out. Over to Brown. Tried to find Payne again. Great bounce, save, look out. He hit the water cooler. Fadel hard back the other way for the Huskies. It's a wonder Devon Payne can even get up after that one. It took everything he had to save that one. Madison may need a timeout here. They might just call it officials timeout to clean up the mess over there. Payne went in hard to save the basketball right into the water cooler. There you see top of the screen, but you folks have seen the easy part of that. It was all over the place a moment ago. Some of it was on the court. I don't think any water hit the court, but man, that's an awful lot of effort when you're up 21, sacrificing yourself to save one ball. There you go, though. Quick player, good athlete is Payne. 3:34 ticks to go in the fourth. Again, 56-35. Madison on top of the Huskies. Big D, Derek Wark, CPHS. And a big shout out to the entire staff tonight of CPHS Channel 6. Big fella in the truck down there, EJ Shea. Sean Went on the camera, the Ox, Josiah Kreidler as well, Nirvana. Carl Stafford, the genius. And who would argue with that, really? Emily Desmond as well, Suds, the other camera person, or camera woman, if you will. And of course, Derek Wark, as you know, the big D, behind the mic. Wish we had better circumstances, but Huskies doing all they can to stay in this basketball game. 21-point lead. They're still cleaning it up over there again. He hit the cooler hard. I was actually very surprised when Payne just kind of got right back up again and came running right back onto the court. Like a dog, a boxer. My friend's got a boxer. You throw it against the wall, it doesn't feel anything. It thinks that was a tickle. He hit it hard, too. There's Josiah Kreidler. Nirvana. Kurt Cobain, maybe? I don't know. Well, that gives you an idea right there. He hit the cooler hard. There is some water down there, I guess, on the court. Wiping it up. They're saying game on. Here we go. Inbounding the ball. 3, Devon Payne has had some kind of game. And by his standards, this game may be still young. Madison blowing out our Huskies. 56-35, a 21-point lead. Payne draws the D, tries to pass it down low. In the hands of 11, Golson, but it's quickly back out to Payne again. So good with the basketball. Off dribble, great move, tripped. Going to be a stepping in call against Northern. I believe the 5th team foul on Northern. They're saying Jack Trimble. That's the one thing about Coach Jamieson having such a huge roster. If anything, you can check guys in if you have fouls to give. There you go. Both teams, just one foul left to give. Dangerous pass on the inbound pass. Good defense to come back. It was in the hands of Jack Trimble, 30. Hacked from behind by Mike Floyd. And the foul. Trimble to the line. So the 6th team foul now against the Eagles. One more puts them in the penalty. Against number 23, Mike Floyd, his 2nd personal. 30 Trimble puts up the first, got it to go. Lead is now 20, 56-36. Huskies' offensive struggles have continued in this game. But I really think that Madison is making the Huskies pay because they're a faster team. Speed kills in any sport, let's face it. Not that the Huskies are slow, but Madison has some really good athletes. There's one of them right there, although that partially blocked. Davin Payne put it up, couldn't get it to go off the front of the rim. Quickly, Huskies back their way now. Offensive rebound. A good job, Alex Lubbers, and he's fouled. Assistance, by the way, to Coach Jameson down there, Dan Kaluuya, who obviously played here, and to Tony Perez as well.
Eagles number 20, David Jones.
Some Husky
is second,
fans,
team 7.
they've seen better days. 42 Lubbers puts up the first. Good chance for Coach Jameson right now to put some players in that don't get a lot of playing time. Certainly game all but decided here.
Alex Lubbers.
The lead is now 18. Huskies trailing Madison Heights, Madison Eagles. In danger of going to 1-6. Eagles trying to battle back to 3-4. Almost throw it away, they're getting sloppy. Great defensive effort though. Lubbers has it though, and he's fouled. Great job Devin Payne to get back and swat that ball away, but Lubbers, man in the right spot, right time, in his hands, got hacked in the act, and he'll go to the line.
Eagles number 20,
They're in the penalty now.
Jones is third.
Of course, speaking of the Eagles, they're in the penalty. Everything not in the act is shooting now, 1-1 situations. Only really one foul to give before they're in the two-shot penalty as they stand with 18 fouls.
Checking over the Eagles number 5.
Lubbers hits the first, 56-39, a 17-point lead. And it looks as if Madison, who has already been called for a lane violation in this game, is called again. They hit the lane too soon, going after that rebound. So it's another free shot for Alex Lubbers, trying to get the Huskies to the 40-point mark even. Can't do it, off the rim. They're staying in the zone again. Yet another lane violation. It doesn't exactly put Coach Matt Ferguson to sleep, all this, some sloppy play and all the rest. But you don't mind this when you're up 17. If this were a game you're up only 2, it's very concerning. Lubbers yet another look at another free throw, and he got it this time. So after 3 new chances for Lubbers, finally gets that one to go, and it's 56-40. Lead is now 16. These Huskies who have checked in are doing everything they can to keep them respectable with some full court defense. Well, that's an up and down against Jalen Golson. He got into the lane, couldn't get the ball up in time, and went up and down. Huskies to throw it in. They get this, they continue trying to make it a little bit closer anyway. It'll be 14. And did he just lose the ball out of bounds? That's 24, Eric Elliott, he did. Well, unforced turnovers kill you all the time. Has to concern Coach Jameson because as much as this is a 56-point evening thus far for Madison Heights, and a lot of good looks at hoops and all the rest of it, and they have played a better game, let's face it. But there have been a lot of errors by the Huskies. They've done it to themselves.
Huskies number 24, Eric Elliott, his first. Team 6.
Foul called, by the way, on Eric Elliott. First personal, team 6th. So no more fouls to give for the Huskies. They'll be in the 1-1. One foul to give for Madison before they're in the 2-shot penalty. This is Payne with it. Minute 36 to go in the 4th. Wasting some clock. Spin move. They're saying he traveled. Kind of a sloppy 4th quarter as far as Madison's concerned, but they had such a dominating 3rd that really at this stage it does not matter. Again, this is the Big D, Derek Wark, the voice of CPHS, Channel 6 Sports, and here we are tonight, basketball. Your Port Huron Northern Huskies, a tough one against Madison Heights, Madison Eagles, 56-40. Backdoor feed, Poirier tried to hit 24, Elliott couldn't do it. And the strong defense of Madison pulling away again. That's just about all she wrote. Almost to her final minute of this one. Off the dribble, move by Quentin Green, lost the basketball in the hands of Mike Poirier. Poirier hard to the hoop. That's just one they backed away. They let him have that. Why foul when you're up 16? It's the smart move. Nice to see Mike Poirier get one though. Huskies full court look again. This is Quentin Green tries to go in, but he'll hold. Just eating down the clock, and why not? Final 37 seconds. At times tonight, the Huskies did look sharp. I really like the first quarter they played. They matched Madison shot for shot in the first. The second, really, Madison only really pulled away in this game late in the second. But since then, it's been all them. The third quarter was the difference, though. Absolute dominating basketball. They won on their speed, they won on their looks, they won on their passing. And really their athleticism. They're a faster team. They're not necessarily a better team. But they proved tonight they're better tonight and certainly faster tonight. Payne playing monkey in the middle. There you go. He's too quick. There you go. Final score here tonight from Port Huron Northern. Madison Knights, Madison Eagles, 56. Our Port Huron Northern Huskies very unhappy at 42. Derek Wark, Big D for the entire cast of CPHS Channel 6. Once again, Happy New Year to you and yours, folks. Take care till next time.
shaped like a dental tool with a round brush head.
Go pro with Oral-B. Oral-B's rounded brush head surrounds each tooth to gently remove more plaque. And Oral-B cross-action is clinically proven to remove more plaque than Sonicare Diamond Clean.
My mouth feels so clean. I'll only use an Oral-B.
The #1 brand used by dentists worldwide. Oral-B. Brush like a pro.